on them, make them get back. 5.56 with 100 round drum, it got kickback. Twin Glocks, mine's mismatch. Nigga, you capping that shit that you rapping, I live that. Let a fuck nigga come still out. Chest a boy down, yeah, ain't make a fuck nigga.
What's good? Here you go, gang. Hold on, wait. And I said, what's good? Here you go, gang. Back with another video, you feel me? For today, you know what I'm saying? Today, for y'all, got a Hotbox plus story time, man. Story time, man. Yeah, Hotbox plus story time. And basically, what this Hotbox is gonna be about is basically gonna be like how I got my charger slash how I got into a wreck, you feel me? And it is like, the wreck wasn't my fault, I'll say that. But a lot of shit like that happened from this wreck. You feel me? Hold on. Oh yeah, hold on. Damn, my fault. Sorry, that was some shit earlier and all that, but I'm forgetting, you know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all already know how I get, man. You already know how I get. Where is it? Yeah, right here. I got that green pack for y'all, you feel me? That green pack. What I said? The green pack, man. That green pack. Blunt already rolled, you feel me? I had to roll it before I started recording this shit, but like I said, hey, let's get into it. So basically, like, I was on my way to work when this happened. And at this time, I was still working at John Souls, you feel me? I was still working at John Souls and shit. And I still lived at my parents' house. So, like, still lived in my parents' house and shit. So I wake up, I'm getting ready for work and all that shit, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Get in my car and all that. This was before I had the charger. That's how I got my charger, basically. But basically, I'm getting ready and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And the car I had at this time, it was like an SUV, a Hyundai. A Tucson Hyundai, yeah. But that was shit, that was the car I had, you know what I'm saying? And like, I was on my way to work and all that shit. Basically, the way that I take is probably like the fastest way to get there, so. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna spit on my damn shirt. But the way that I take, that's basically the fastest way I can get there, you feel me? So I headed that way. Now I was heading that way, it was like, it wasn't like nowhere on a highway or anything, like, well, nah, but yeah, but basically the way I take, that's the fastest way and shit and all that, you feel me? So I was heading that way, you know what I'm saying? I leave from my parents' house, bam, I'm heading that way. Everything going smooth and shit, you feel me? And then next thing you know, as I was driving, I was in the far left lane. And where I got the wreck, where I had gotten the wreck at, it's a sign right there that says you can't make a U-turn. It's for the other side. So keep that in mind. So I'm driving and shit, right? Tell me why I'm driving. You know what I'm saying? I had looked down right quick because I thought I saw something. But I look down real quick and look up and I see it's like 2 cars, like 3 cars ahead of me stopped at this spot in the middle of the road. And when I looked up, like this car was in front of me, I was about to hit him. I had to hurry up and hit my brakes. I hit my brakes. I made it just in time too, perfectly. But like, I made it in fucking time. I braked in time and everything. But okay, so it was 2 cars ahead of me. So basically, 2 cars ahead of me, then a car that was stopped at that sign, right, where you can't make a U-turn. That car gonna stop right there at that stop sign in the middle of the road and shit, knowing that they can't make a U-turn right there, and still did it. I was gonna say try, but they actually did it. Like literally, they had the 2 cars in front of me and me stop because they trying to make a U-turn in the middle of that damn road where you can't. Like I said, so I pushed my brakes and shit, made it in time. Next thing you know, all of a sudden, I see that car make a U-turn, you know what I'm saying? He made his U-turn, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, I just feel something, boom, hit the fucking back of my car. I was like, bro, what the fuck? And I don't know what this person doing with it. It was a lady, but I don't know what she was doing. I guess she was on her phone or she was finna change and she didn't see it. I don't know, but yeah, she had hit the back of my goddamn car and it fucked up my damn light and shit. I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? And I guess, damn. But another wreck had happened also that I didn't know about, so I'm not even going to worry about that. But another wreck had happened also. But yeah, I saw they hit me. I got out the car, I was like, man, what the fuck? The lady was asking me, she was like, oh, you okay? You okay? And I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there waiting in my car. Well, I go back to the car. I'm sitting there waiting, and like, I guess somebody called the cops, police or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, police got there and they trying to direct traffic to go a certain way. But while I'm waiting and shit, just sitting there, I call my parents. Yeah, I called my parents, you know what I'm saying? I called, who number did I call? I think it was my dad, the biggest twin. And why I say biggest twin, cause I'm a junior and I look exactly like this nigga, so biggest twin. Yeah, I called my biggest twin. I told him I got into a wreck and all that. And then my mom, my T lady, she was like, she said, what happened? And biggest twin told her like, he got into a wreck. And they asked me, where you at and all that. But like, I'm the what's called, I'm a nigga that really don't know roads like that. So they asked me what roads you on now that. I was like, I was trying to tell them. Like the places that I'm buying and all that. And I told them and all that. And they finally showed up. I saw them, they parked on the other side. And I walked over to them, told them what happened and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Police and all that showed up. And all that. And then and then sitting there, we sitting there, they like, did you get their insurance? And I'm like, no, and all that. And then they gave me a paper. My mom asked, like, one of the policemen, she's like, okay, so she said, like, she's like, are we trading insurance or anything like that? He was like, oh, he's like, just call them that number right there. And he said they'll take care of everything. said, call that number right there and they'll take care of everything, you know. And she's like, okay, and all that, you know. I was like, okay. But my fault. I'm getting distracted. My fault, y'all. It's been a day. I'll tell y'all that. It's been a day for me. But but basically, shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they did all that, you know what I'm saying? They said okay and all that, and they told me, so I had to drive that hoe home. Literally, I drove that hoe home with the rig. And my parents telling me, my dad was telling me, he was like, you can get it fixed, or you can get you some red duct tape and all that and make it just blend in with it and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? But I called in. And all that shit, you feel me? Because, you know what I'm saying, I got into a wreck, like, you know what I'm saying? Called in and all that stuff, right? I called in and all that stuff. And, my parents told me to drive it home, so I drove home. They told me to take the back way. Drove home, got there, looking at it and all that, saw where it hit and all that stuff. And for that day, I just got on the game, man. You know what I'm saying? And then we was like, and then it was like, I think it was, I don't know what day it was, but I remember, all I know is just, I remember my mom waking me up early as hell. Talking to the people on the phone, insurance people. Got up and I started talking. They started asking me questions and all that stuff and all that, right? You know what I'm saying? What happened and all that. I told them. You know what I'm saying? Did all that. We got that through. And, you know what I'm saying? Got that done. And then, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, my mom called and told me. I remember I was, and mind y'all, this car had like a crack on the window and the air wasn't working, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? But it was still a loss of a lot of money being wasted. But I'm saying, they got the call, and I was at work and I was on break when they called me and told me this shit. They told me, they said, okay, they said, since like I don't own the car and all that, instead of me getting the money, I went to the company that I got the car from, you feel me? Paid them what I had left owed on there. I didn't get none of that money. It was like $1,300 that I was supposed to get, but I didn't, because I didn't own the car. Even though insurance, I have insurance, it wasn't my fault. Yet they said, since I don't own the car and all that. In reality, I think it's because I wasn't on full coverage. My parents probably home. But you know, here's what it is. Then I had to use my job bonuses to go get me a car. I went to the same company. Looking around, I saw they had a Mustang, Challenger, and a Charger. I look at the Challenger and Charger. I had $1,000 down payment. You know what I'm saying? $250 every 2 weeks. Basically $500 a month. But you know what I'm saying? But the red cherry Mustang, it was lucky hard. The color. I checked the Charger. I was in it. Like, for the first time when I saw this, it was so nice. Seeing the seats like this and all that, felt up higher and all that, because I had a low car before. It felt different, you feel me? And I was like, man, I'm in a Charger. It smelled good too. Remember the first time seeing the screen and all that stuff, it just looked so new. Never forget that day. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If I do my little stuff to it and all that, I'm gonna put some pictures up in all that video or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But, man, for good, man. Some bad happened, but some good came out of it, you feel me? Some stuff not always bad, you feel me? But still got a whole lot of good money I could have used in today's time, especially. Just been driving from there, almost gonna be a year. I was saying anniversary. Ooh. 2 more to go. But that's it for the story time, you feel me? Like I said, I'm gonna show pictures and stuff and all that and show y'all what I done to it and all that. You know what I'm saying, man? Make sure y'all like, you know what I'm saying, subscribe down below. Know the game, you feel me? Here go gang. Stay strong, stay solid. I'm out.
It's hard to say we made it through hard times.